What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, they're going to be talking to the Golden State Warriors' Andre Iguodala, and he's going to be talking about his friendship with Klay Thompson. So let's see what they have to say about that.
I'll show off this book. I like this cover. Now, there's an interesting story in the book. You talk about Klay Thompson. Can you please just give us a little teaser, share what happened?
Klay's my guy. We always say, we always tell Klay we have a motto, never change. Anytime Klay does something crazy, we say never change. We all want to be Klay in the next life, where it's just cool, chill life, no worries, and you can just shoot from anywhere. But the story is, we had a team bonding moment. Give your worst time of yourself on the court, give the best time of yourself on the court. He said his favorite moment he's ever had, this is his favorite moment ever, is when I passed him the ball, he pulled up from 50 feet, and Draymond and myself, we get on Klay a little bit about sometimes when he gets a little trigger happy. And before he lets it go, when Klay's about to shoot, I say, Klay, what the hell you doing? And he's like, I hear Andre say, what are you doing? And I still shoot and it goes in. I'm like, yeah, F you, Andre. I made it. Like, that was his favorite moment.
That was his moment. He wanted to share with the team for the team bonding.
So that's typical Klay, though, and love him like a brother. I was supposed to go see him, but he didn't send me his address, so I'm waiting on him to send me his address, and I'm sitting in the car. He never responds.
I felt like...
Andre, so seems like Klay low-key might not like you. I mean, he said his favorite moment is when he shoots the ball and it goes in. He's able to say, F you, Andre. Then you try to hit him up to see if he's okay, get his address. He doesn't give you his address and has you just sitting in the car and doesn't return your call. Man, you might want to reevaluate your friendship with Klay Thompson. Maybe I just took it the wrong way, but at face value, it doesn't look too good. So, I don't know. Let's keep going.
That's typical of Klay.
I felt like Toronto going into the series without KD was going to be you guys in 6 games. But the kind of night that Klay was having, I didn't even think he got hot yet. That heat check toward the end was just like, let me see what's going on. And he gets hurt. I have to admit, if he stays in that game, that series is at least going 7. What were your feelings down KD, if Klay doesn't get hurt in that game?
Well, Klay had it going. You saw, like that shot you said, he had it was like 1-on-3. It was 3 defenders in front of him. Kawhi, Van Fleet, another guy was to his left, and he just stops on the dime and pulls up. But he works on those type of moves, those type of moments, and Steph had a great series as well. Both of those guys had it rolling, and they were kind of pushing us. Draymond was averaging around a triple-double, so we had a lot of confidence. When one guy goes down, we say strength in number, next guy step up. Kevin Durant, so once in a generation talent, and we got to make up for him collectively. You saw Quinn Cook came in a couple games on the road, gave us some big shots. DeMarcus Cousins had 2 great games coming off his injury. He came back a little bit earlier. He wanted to really get out there. So it was a collective effort. We just fell short, but you got to give Toronto credit. They got the job done.
I got a lot of love. I've got a lot of love. Always had a lot of love for y'all squad, because you know what? You want to know how y'all feel? Just ask y'all. And I got a lot of respect for that, because y'all ain't scared to say whatever it is that y'all feel. And plus, y'all performing at elite level. But let me ask you this question. When we talk about this NBA Finals, I know it might not be the most popular thing for a player to say, but obviously most of us believe that if Kevin Durant were healthy, there's no question y'all would have won the championship. But what about shove Kevin Durant out to the side? What if Klay Thompson had never gotten hurt in Game 2 and had to miss Game 3? What if Klay Thompson didn't go down in Game 5? If Klay Thompson had been healthy throughout the series, how do you feel the outcome would have been based on what you see from Toronto, what you saw from Toronto?
Well, they won it, so you got to give them their just due and congratulate them and call them champions. I said it throughout the whole series. You got 2 teams that are deserving of winning it. So, you never want to be in a position where you say, I don't think that team's really deserving of winning the championship. But I felt like we had 2 teams. So, that was the final outcome, and a lot of respect to them. Kawhi is getting his respect that he's deserved through all the things that he's been through, injuries and, the NBA drama that goes along with this game now. But, we're confident who we are. We're confident whoever we put out there. So, if Klay doesn't get hurt, of course, we feel like we have the upper hand. But it just didn't work out like that. So,
let's talk about the respect.
Yes, that's a good answer by Andre Iguodala, because I definitely think that I'm happy that the the Toronto Raptors won. Actually, I wanted Golden State to win, but, I don't have a problem with the Toronto Raptors winning and Kawhi Leonard. They worked hard. They did what they were supposed to do. They took care of business at home and in Oakland. So, they won fair and square. It's not their fault that the Golden State Warriors had injuries. It's not their fault at all. The Toronto Raptors were only playing the hand that they were dealt, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because if the roles were reversed, I wouldn't care about the Toronto Raptors if they had injuries. I don't think the Golden State Warriors would care about if they had injuries. A win's a win, and it is what it is. So I don't know. Let's keep going.
You deserve for a second. You mentioned the respect that Kawhi or Klay or whoever else deserve. You're a Finals MVP, former Finals MVP, and there are some players who make sacrifices for the team, and so they don't have the personal stats that other players have. But I'm a Yankees fan. I think of the right fielder, Paul O'Neill on the Yankees. I think of you on the Warriors, and even before you got to the Warriors. And I know whether or not you ever make the Hall of Fame, I know that was a great player. But a player like you who sacrifices, who goes to the bench and everything, oftentimes will be overlooked. And I think you're the overlooked, key to the nucleus in this dynasty. How do you feel about the sacrifices you've made in your career for the team and how that affects the perception of you as the player?
Well, I feel like if you have a genuine respect and reverence for the game, you can kind of fill out where your place is to help the team get better. Now, it's not easy. When Steve first told me I was going to the bench, the thing that helped me get over it was that we were coached by the same coach in Lou Dawson in college. So we had the same basketball principles. We had the same mindset. I talk about it in the book. We had the same Jedi master as far as, our teachings within our profession. So I understood where he's coming from. I knew what he was trying to do. It was a really tough adjustment, but I knew if I stayed the course and, I was always a worker, I had the same agent as Kobe Bryant. So, looking up to Kobe the majority of my career, just watching some of the things he did and approaching the game with that type of respect, I feel like things always come your way. You reap what you sow. So it's all about having the right people around you as well. We talk about that a lot in sports as far as who's surrounding you and who's helping you with some of the decisions that you're putting forth and who's holding you accountable in your inner circle. Sometimes that derails guys' careers. And, I have a strong wife and I have a strong team behind me. And, whatever direction we go in, we make sure we attack it